Hi everyone. Today let us discuss about targeted clinical investigation and vaccine safety and surveillance in clinical research and the pharmacovigilance topic. The contents which we are going to discuss here are what you mean by targeted clinical investigation, what are the pharmacokinetic and the dynamic study, genetic testing, interaction study, large simplified trial, vaccine safety surveillance, objectives and the roles and responsibility of NRA, roles and responsibility of the immunization program and the references. The targeted clinical investigation. When the significant risks are identified from the pre-approval clinical trial, further the clinical study might be called for to evaluate the mechanism of action for the adverse drug events. That is nothing but the targeted clinical investigation. These investigations include the kinetic and the dynamic study, genetic study, and the interaction studies and the large simplified trials. Kinetic and the dynamic studies. And the dynamic it is the study of how a drug affect an organism, whereas the kinetic is the study of how the organism affect the drug. And the dynamic and the kinetic studies they are conducted to determine whether the particular dosing instructions can put to patients at the increased risk of adverse events. The dosing conditions and their effect on the body are based upon the which the adverse event can occur. All these stuffs are correlated in the PK/DK studies. The drug in the tissue of distribution. First, the drug is administered and it undergoes the absorption, where the drug enters into the systemic circulation and the get distributed to the various tissues, and after the pharmacological effect they are metabolized and they are eliminated, and the drug concentration at the site of action that's also determined, and the based upon which the pharmacological effect that is shown by the drug that may be evaluated, and the clinical response and the long term effect of this clinical response or the action upon the various organs, the toxic effect that is determined, and also the pharmacological effect or the efficacy, the concentration that is required to show the pharmacological effect that is also determined. The genetic testing, it is the study of a person's DNA in order to identify the genetic differences or the susceptibility to a particular disease or abnormalities. Several methods that can be used for the genetic testing are molecular genetic test, chromosomal genetic test, biochemical genetic test. And the genetic testing, here the first step involves the diagnosing of the disease and the pinpoint genetic factor that causes your disease. What are the genes that are responsible for the development of the or the occurrence of the disease, and the predict how the severe your disease might be. The level of severity of the particular disease based upon the damage or the replacement or the misplacing of this gene, and choose the best medicine and the corrected dose, and discover the genetic factors that increase your disease risk, and find the genetic factors that could be passed to the children, and screen the newborns for the certain treatable conditions. This is the genetic testing process. Here the after treat, that is the withdraw the fluid from the placenta, that is the amnial cavity, and it is centrifuged for the fluid sex determination, and the biochemical and the enzymatic studies of the particular cells they are done in the cell culture, and the biochemical and the chromosomal studies are done after the extraction of the particular chromosome or the biochemical factor. Next is the interaction studies. Based upon the pharmacological properties and the expected use of the drug in general practice, conducting the specific studies to investigate the potential drug-drug interaction and the food-drug interaction they might be called for as an interaction studies. In case of drug-drug, there may be the possible effect are the decrease in the action of the drug or the increase in action, or one cause the adverse events. And in case of food drug, that is decrease in action, increasing action, or the cause of it may be the cause of adverse event. Coming to the drug drug interaction, here the drug drug interaction it can occur when the drug interacts or interferes with the another drug. This can alter the way one or both of the drug act in the body or cause the unexpected side effect. Example are the warfarin and the aspirin that causes the synergism, excessive bleeding, antibiotic and the blood thinner that causes the antagonism that is having the lesser effect, and similarly the other examples. And the drug food interaction. A drug food interaction happens when the food you eat affect the ingredients in the medicines you are taking, so that the medicine cannot work the way it should. For example, the bisphosphate and the any drug reducing the effectiveness of the drug, and the benzodiazepine and the grapefruit metabolism inhibits the enzyme which is involved in the drug metabolism. And the digoxin and the otamil, that is the decrease in the absorption of the drug, and the aspirin and the milk upset stomach. Similarly, the other examples. And the large simplified trial. It is a type of randomized clinical trial ideally suited to answer the many important clinical questions, and because it typically answers only one or two questions in a broader patient population, is generally more efficient and less expensive than the any other large randomized clinical trials. It has the large sample size and the statistical power to detect clinically relevant treatment effect, providing the unambiguous result and the minimizing the effect of random errors. Next is the vaccine safety surveillance. Pharmacovigilance is the practice of detecting, assessing, understanding, responding, and preventing the adverse drug reactions, including the reaction to vaccines. It is now an integral part of the regulation of drug and vaccine safety. When the vaccines are considered as drugs, so they are different and require the modified system to monitor the adverse event. And the immunization safety is the process of ensuring and monitoring the safety of all aspects of immunization, including the vaccine quality, what are the adverse events, and the vaccine storage and the handling, vaccine administration, and the disposable of the sharps and the management of the waste, how the conduct and what are the effect on the site of action or the patient after taking the vaccine, and how the the metal or the surgicals which are used for the administration of the vaccines, how they are disposed, how it is surgically cleaned. All this includes the vaccine safety surveillance. Surveillance is nothing but the monitoring of the condition of the vaccine safety, either internally and also the externally. Specific objective of this vaccine safety surveillance is to detect and timely identify the problem with the vaccine, and to detect and correct and prevent the immunization errors related conditions, and to estimate the expected vaccine reaction rate in the population. For example, the itching at the site of action, or the hypersensitivity reaction, or the headache, or the fever which occur, for example, after taken the corona vaccine, and to ensure and facilitate the causality assessment of the coincidental or the serious or the unexpected unusual adverse event following the immunization, and to identify the signals of unknown vaccine reactions, generate the new hypothesis about the vaccine reactions that are specific to the given population. Based upon the different population, also the immunological conditions or the adverse effect that have been seen after the vaccine administrations that differs, and to collaborate and share the information with the WHO regional officers for the Pacific, Western Pacific, and globally, in order to generate the new and the additional information on the vaccine safety. The step for establishing a system. When developing a vaccine safety surveillance system, the countries are advised to consider the following steps, that are: clarify and agree on roles and responsibility of both the immunization and program and the national regulatory authority in the vaccine safety surveillance. And it is important to designate a surveillance implemented body, that is, it should agree the roles and responsibility of both the immunization program and also the NRA in the vaccine safety surveillance. Develop a protocol with clearly defined objective of the vaccine safety surveillance, identified strategies, activities to be done, and the availability of the resources. Clearly identify the roles and responsibility of each staff category involved in the vaccine safety surveillance, and seek the legal provision for vaccine pharmacovigilance and endorsed government commitment. And they establish a national expert committee for casualty assessment and for the highest technical support and the decision making. The large countries may have the state or the provisional or the regional expert committee for similar purpose, and smaller countries, whereas where such experts are not available, can identify a supporting unit from the region. And the trained staff on reporting, data analysis, investigation, or the report preparation, depending on at what which level each function has to be done, and develop the training materials and the training module suitable for the country. and to make sure the staff are aware that the monitoring and the evaluation of the activities are utmost necessary, and developed a communication plan to address the issues and the information based on immunization and the safety surveillance that have been observed, and consider the establishment of the legal framework and a compensation scheme where applicable, and identify also if the legal framework is a government policy, and the roles and responsibility of the National Regulatory Authority in the vaccine safety surveillance. The WHO has defined the six functions to be carried out by the NRA, which are marketing, authorization, and the licensing activities, with a clear written instruction for licensing products and the manufacturer, what kind of products and to be marketed and authorized. That should be listed out in the license, and the pharmacovigilance, including the surveillance of AEFI, that is adverse event following immunization, and the NRA, that is the National Regulatory Authorities, the lot release, the system for lot release, and the laboratory assess use of laboratory when needed, and the regulatory inspection, regular inspection of the manufacturers for the GMP compliance, and the regulatory oversight of the clinical trial, evaluation of the clinical performance through authorized clinical trials, and the roles and responsibility of immunization program in the vaccine safety surveillance. An effective vaccine safety surveillance system is required involving the health workers at all level in the immunization program. And this section mainly identifies the key role players at the different level of the surveillance system, and also outlines their role and the responsibility in carrying out the surveillance activity. However, their roles and responsibility will mainly depend on the operational level in different country setting. It is assumed that the country should have the three level of vaccine safety surveillance, that is at the national or the central level, intermediate or the state provision or the region or the district level, and the service provider level. When the country has the three level, the function and the responsibility among the intermediate and the national level, they are shared by varying degrees depending upon the country size and the healthcare system. The program implemented level responsibility and the purpose of vaccine safety surveillance. At the local level, the main responsibility is the detection of the adverse event of affecting the immunization, and reporting of this adverse effect immunization, maintaining of the records and the registers, preliminary investigation, basic analysis of the data, carrying out the corrective action, and the communication with the patients and the community. And the related reactions are the case detection and reporting are the first and founding step for the surveillance, and establishing the good link with the private sector will enhance the private sector reporting as well. Conducting the basic analysis of the data and the preliminary investigation will help us to identify the corrective action, particularly of the immunization errors, in a timely manner at the local level and do the needful correction. And the good communication at the local level is very important, as it is well lead to limit the rumors and the negative messages again timely in the local setting. At the intermediate level, verifying the reported data, looking for the additional data, and conducting the investigations, analysis of the data and the feedback, guiding and the monitoring to carry out the corrective action, supportive supervision on the surveillance activity at the local level, training, communication with the stakeholders are the responsibility. The related reaction are the verification of the data will ensure the quality of data, and the additional data very often cluster and the vaccine related problems are identified at this level, while conducting the investigations by the intermediate level will ensure the quality and the independence of investigation analysis. The amount of data is very often sufficient to carry out the detailed analysis to cause the specific adverse immunization, and the communication with the stakeholder including the media is important to avoid the national level crisis of the immunization and build the confidence in the immunization program. And this is at the national level. These are the global vaccine safety resource center which are present advanced training needs, basic training needs, and the national trainers. And these are the references